this, I need to raise my vibration. So what am I doing? Well, we'll talk about it in a minute because I assume nobody comes on the moment I come on. If there was something embarrassing written. Ooh, these are the pictures of the places I go to in my dreams. Nobody can tell what these are, but I can. Let me have a look. Which one's this? Oh, the hotel. I was actually there the other day. Interesting. Oh, that's the cafeteria on a cruise ship. Interesting. Hi, Sherry. How are you, darling? Sherry, how do I feel today? Like a rotten sack of potatoes, but I'm doing my best with what I have. And that didn't stop me from working out mostly. All right, so I'm going to start my list with Sherry. I still have the same cards I worked from home yesterday, and I shall as well today. So I don't have any other cards besides one. Holly! Hi! Sherry, Holly, Sherry K, Holly, Liz, hi, darling. Hi, B. I saw your text, but I didn't get to look at it, but I'm like, I definitely want to, so thank you for sending that to me. I am okay, snacking and snacking? Okay, is that good or bad? Holly, you guys, here, I'll tell you how I feel today. Tired. Even though I worked out, I did all my healthy routine, everything, I'm tired and I slept just fine. Guys, anyone? You know what? I feel like, I hate to say this, and I'm not putting it out to the universe, but I've known myself my whole life. I'm not meant to have, like, physical energy. I can do all the things, all of them. Every healthy thing I'm doing for a minute now, you know? And I'm still tired. And I'm even more tired after all of my sessions. How am I living? Anyways, sneaking. Oh, I was like snacking. What are we talking about here? Okay, well, hello, darling. Hi, Tori. Grabbing names for cards because I have a little bit of time today. Yeah, good for me working out even though I'm tired. You know what? I just love the girl I work out with. And I met her through doing my hair. And we just talk. And I love it. Honestly, if it was just me by myself, I wouldn't do it. But I do enjoy it. It holds me accountable. So I like it. And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, if I am working out, anyone can work out. Because I always say, I mean, for years, I'm like, nope, working out ain't for me. Hi, Linda. Darling. Oh my God. Linda is showing up here, reminded me, you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. I am very, very behind on texts. So behind. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Christy, how are you, darling? I was thinking about you this morning. Hi, Connie. Nicole, proud of me. Me too. Give myself a big old pat on the back. So I'm like, I can't believe this shit. I haven't been in the gym in like a week and a half and I need to go back. I don't know what I would do. Who am I? You know who I am? Somebody who's always looking to become a better version of myself than I was the day before. Why? Because I lived such a huge span of my life being unhappy and being either stuck and stagnant or pulling myself back, you know? So that's why. Hi, Marissa. How are you doing? Unmotivated, me too, which is why it's good to be accountable to somebody. You know, like I don't want to just blow her off. Plus I enjoy talking to her and hanging out with her. We did legs today. I like legs. I'm stronger in my legs than my arms. I'm also strong in my arms, but not as strong as I thought I was. Anyways, I won't talk about it. But unmotivated. Well, we'll talk about the energy today too. I want to give you guys a tip on what essential oil not to wear unless you want to stink. So, all right. So Marissa, sending you lots of love, honey. How are you? How's the family? I need to start working out, but I need a buddy. Yeah, because you need the motivation. Exactly. I never would have done it if she didn't ask, honestly. I have exercise equipment here. Now I can do it on my days off because I feel like I need to be working out. You know, it's so weird. Who am I? Anyways, hi, Kelly. Hi, Jackie, if I didn't say that already. So I'll add Marissa, and then I'm going to cut it off after this. Jackie and Kelly. Thank you, Elizabeth. Love my positivity. You know what? And this isn't... Look, I will complain sometimes, you know, and talk about earth and shit, but I will say I lived a miserable life for a long time. Not to say it was all bad, but I was really just maybe not positive and pessimistic. And I realized through my work, like you can't get better by holding that mindset, right? And it was just, I guess, my calling too, to be better because I knew it was part of my path to change a lot of things that were going to be extremely, extremely hard to get me to where I am today in my work. And it was, I knew I had to sacrifice, but anyways, I'm positive because that's who I am now. And I was always a good person, always positive, but it's the only positive stuff with just a little bit of that, maybe complaining about human stuff that I do, and it feels good. That's why I do it. Floating numb, not looking for a tomorrow. Oh, honey, I know. I'm so sorry. Send you lots of love. Hi, Mary. You were supposed to go to the gym today, but my body is recovering. Everyone send Marissa lots of love and light. She has lost her father recently, but he's in heaven, and heaven is beautiful. It's where we all go to time and time again when we leave this earthly experience that is just so hard. And again, that's one of the things I think about that reminds me of why we're here, is that we literally sign up to come here, guys, knowing it's going to be not only hard, but we're going to experience grief, which is the worst thing that our heart center can experience, right? Stuff we don't have on the other side. It's shaking and jarring, this experience is. The lighting is awful in here. Looks like I have a black eye, but I don't. Anyways, so here's my list, guys, really quick before I move on to the energy. Sherry K, Holly, Liz, B, Holly again, okay, no. Jackie, Tori, Linda, Christy, Connie, Nicole, Marissa, Jackie, and then Kelly. I feel like, did I write anybody else's name twice? I'm not with it today. Anybody have questions about heaven that I can help clarify today? Every time I say heaven lately, it's, ooh, heaven, they know that's where... Like, heaven is a place on earth. It is. Actually, that this is a place in heaven, because this is the tangible illusion we come to experience all this really tough stuff to advance our souls, because we have eternity. What else is there to do? You know, it's so hard to wrap our mind around eternity too, isn't it? It's wild. Hi, Kat. Thank you guys for all of your support for Marissa. Aww. I love that. His baby brother is here telling us stories about him, and my dad is something else. That's a great way to celebrate your father. I love that so much. So does he. That's the good stuff, and that's what draws spirit in too, sharing those memories. They're all around us all the time. They can be with their loved ones in heaven and still be with us. So we're going to talk about the veil soon, because that's kind of what that is. Anything you could share would be amazing. Well, I need something to... you know, like a trigger, and then I give you the answers. I need a trigger. I can share whatever you guys need. I just don't know what people think, you know? That's why I need questions. And then I'll be like, well, let me explain. The song Heaven by Lost Lonely Boys comes on shuffle a lot. Oh, do you? I don't know. That song with Diddy in it came on this morning when I was getting myself beautified, and I was like, oh no, which one is it? Every step I take. That one. And I was like, they're still playing this shit on the radio? What is this? Anyways. All right, so let's look at the energy for today if I can find it. And then we're going to talk about, I actually have my veil stuff written down today because I wanted it to be that for whatever reason. I don't know what song that is, do I? All right, let's look at this energy. Oh, my son and his girlfriend lost their baby. Oh no, really? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for their loss. All right, what just happened? Interesting. Anyone? Hello, Man Cave. I was just thinking about the next baby, and then the video cut out. Good morning, Christina. All right, guys, so here's the energy right now. We're going to talk about the veil because a lot of this shit too, you guys, the seemingly like glitches in ourselves and the world around us is some of that veil stuff. And I've noticed so much more weird shit, which I experience forever and ever. I mean, but weirder stuff for myself too. I keep losing the broadcast. I know, it's getting weird. Can everyone hear me now? I'm going to talk about the energy. Yay or nay? Life is getting really, really weird, guys. Your internet is glitching. Is something happening? Are there drones? It's overcast. I can't tell. Is there a spaceship coming? Do you guys think there's going to be a day where there's just going to be like a giant spaceship that comes, like in the movies and stuff? Connection is wild right now. Are there, what's happening with the Schumann resonance? Solar flares? Anyone? I didn't read about that, but I will tell you about the energy now until the 20th of March. Okay, guys. I'll start cards, I suppose, and talk about all of these things at the same time. Hopefully I won't get lost, but I'll call it the name first, Sherry K. Oy. I will say too, though, before I came on here, I felt like my eyes were weird, and I've been just feeling different, and I can't really see what it is. Is that weird? Anyway, certain songs glitch when I'm in the car, and I know it's spirit. Yes, girl. Veil thinning. Hi, guys. Hope with love if it's a spaceship comes. Well, apparently, just like people, there's good and bad aliens. Yes? What are the good ones called? They are prepared for revolution. We are not. Is anybody going to fight that? Let's say a spaceship full of angry aliens comes or whatever. I'm just going to be like, you know what? Whatever. You know, but I believe very much that wherever there is evil, there is also good, and good overcomes evil. That's why we need more people seeing their light, and that's why I'm so happy to be here during this time, because I can help that in others, help ignite that, you know? Oh, I love it so much. 111. I've been waiting for my ship. Come to me, guys. Where are you? Like it's not your time yet. You've got work to do. All right, Sherry K. Do I not have a... How do I write these names without a pen? 1111. Guys, 111. All right, so Sherry K. Make room, darling. So create space to welcome positive change into your life. Yes, you got to chuck the old shit out the window if you want new stuff to come. Right? So let go of everything that does not align with the future you are creating in your mind because you want it so badly. And we're using the law of attraction. Amen. 2011, so 8:11 p.m. I would switch to military time because I like it better, but I like the spirit messages that come in regular time. But you know what? No, I am going to switch to... No, I'm not. Am I? Should I? You guys? Anyways, all right, on to Holly and the energy. So as I shuffle, Pisces season is a powerful time for dreaming, manifesting, and clarity, my loves. As the final sign of the zodiac, Pisces season marks the end of one cycle and the preparation for a new beginning. Yes, I've been saying this. So guys, I know, like, look, I don't make TikTok videos, and I'm not like promoting myself to be, you know, famous and shit, because I don't want that. I don't want any of that. But I want you guys to understand that all the things I say, and those of you who have been watching for a long time, you'll notice that they're going to be important for yourself, your spirit, and your growth, so that when we're faced with other things, you will be able to handle it better. Let's liken it to a war of good versus evil, right? Even internally. The things that I talk about are going to help you stay in that good, you know, instead of the lower vibrational, gross, dense earth shit. So I highly recommend everyone at least do your best to do, or try to do, even though I hate that word, the things that we recommend here. So anyways, visualize what you truly want and set your intentions for the future. I got mine. Somebody's going to give me about $800,000. I don't know who yet. So I can buy my building and start my healing practice. Anyways, I can hear you, but the screen is frozen. Well, I hope it's not like in a shitty picture of me. I hate when that happens, you know? So anyways, your intuition will be at an all-time high, and this is, we're going to talk about the veil thinning too, right here, with gut feelings, deja vu, and increased synchronicities, number sequences, and these things are guiding you down the right path. Yes, they are. Amen. Hallelujah. What is that path? Well, for me, it's full of light and beauty and connections and people and significance and all kinds of good shit. I certainly am not putting garbage and fear and worry on my path, because it's just going to get in the way. I want my path to remain clear and beautiful. That is the vision I hold, you know? Hi, Charity. Ringing in your right ear. So wish fulfillment is within reach, guys. And that's what I said yesterday. If you dream it, well, this is unfortunately a quote by Walt Disney, but if you dream it, you can build it, you know? Is Walt's head frozen somewhere? And Operation Paperclip. Huh? Space Race? Anyone? Walt Disney? Anyways. So this is a time when your thoughts and emotions hold extra power, so focus on what you desire rather than fears and doubts, which is exactly what I just said. So wish fulfillment is within reach, but the key to align your energy with what you want to attract. It is to align your energy with what you want to attract. So you can't be using the law of attraction and walking around like a frump all day. It's not going to work. You have to raise your vibration. How do you do that? Healthy foods, being positive, living in gratitude, no stinking thinking, those kinds of things, you know? Good. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate you guys. All right, so emotions heightened, may feel more sensitive to other people's energy. Also, it's important to protect your peace at that time, right? So this reminds you that anything is possible. Dream big, now through March 20th, dream big. And whenever you see military time, 2222 or 188, during this time, make a wish to help you manifest your dreams and goals and desires. Your next chapter is ready to unfold. Amen. Hallelujah. On to other news before we get on to veil thinning stuff. And I do cards. And look, I bet you I can hold it together in this live feed. I think I just got my footing. We'll see. Excuse me. Holly, behold beauty. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised if that is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work in both ways. So basically what this card is saying is everything I just said. So holding that vision of what is good is going to bring you good, and holding the vision of negativity and fears and worries is going to be that. You know, so behold beauty, darling. On to Liz. Norovirus outbreak. A cruise ship carrying 169 passengers and crew members sick with norovirus docked in Florida today or yesterday. I don't remember when I got this information. So anyways, recently, most people, are they quarantining them? They're just letting them out in the wild in Florida so everybody gets norovirus. Oh, there was something I wanted to talk about and I forgot. Oh yes, hold on one second. This is an interesting fact. I don't know if anybody knows. All right. So actually, I don't have it anymore. Forget it. Moving on to the next thing I want to talk about. You're welcome, Holly. No stinking thinking, guys, right? Reminder, Chris Stapleton, has anyone heard anything else about this? Has filed an official objection to Beyonce's Grammy win for country music artist. And did anybody watch the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie documentary on Netflix? I miss hearing about outside news. I just like to grab some things that I think are interesting, you know, from food stuff to weird shit. But I have been staying apprised of some of the things that are going on all sides of the media, because it's clearly, I mean, the media is ridiculous. I just hate that we have to go to these news outlets, which are clearly divided politically, you know, so it's like, you know, but I look at those because this is an important time spiritually, and that connects in the world around us too. And it's also based on levels of perception, you know, so I find it to be a very interesting time. I've been looking forward to this for years. I know a lot of people are worried and fearful. I'm not. I am excited and joyous because the veil between here and heaven is super thin, and we all have the option, ability, and frankly, to me, the duty and obligation to connect to spirit, our loved ones who are all around us all the time. That's what we're going to talk about today. So I started watching it. Gosh, I do not like him at all. The way he looks at her. He just looks creepy, doesn't he? But I don't want to speak ill of anybody. I was going to say something not so nice. Possessive and annoyed at the same time. Like, I even feel bad saying Jay-Z's ugly, but he is. God forgive me. But God's like, I don't even know him. Anyways. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you here. Anyways, what do you feel happened to him? Do you think they staged the bones so we think it's him and people were paid off? They had some weird connections, those parents. The way they didn't talk was strange, you know? Or do you think they killed him? What do you guys think? Oh, well, thank you for popping in, Cindy. I didn't see the whole comment. I wonder if people realize we're all connected, if the world would become a heavenly place for all. No, that's what heaven is. Come here to learn. It's a school. I mean, but that's it. We want to get as close as we can to what that's like, and we want to change what's happening here so the experience isn't so brutal. It doesn't have to be this bad. You know, it doesn't. It could be less bad, and we could still learn shit that we don't have to deal with on the other side still. It's been going downhill for a hot minute, and that is, in my opinion, your global elite that control everything, that own everything, you know? And what they are, I don't know. You know, staged, really? Yeah, so where is he? Yeah, that connectedness in the collective is very important, but there's going to be a lot of people who don't wake up to that too. You know, you guys can tell with the collective energy. We come on here, how is everyone feeling? And you can kind of get a feel that we're all on the same page a lot of the times with the energy. And that's why it's so important for us to live at a high vibration. We don't want to get taken down in all that fear and worry, especially when we're around people who fear and worry, you know? All right, Liz. Staged. Ooh. Staged. Yeah. I don't know. The parents were weird too. Maybe they killed him and he's in the backyard. Who knows? You know. Liz, wild and wonderful. Why focus on limitations and realism? Amen. Breakthroughs, miracles require no linear explanation or method. Unexplainable and illogical magic happens every day. Yes, and we're going to see that more with the veil thinning, guys. Man caves glitching. Trying to help my stepdaughter understand we are here to love and grow. I know, it's hard. How old is she again? You guys hear me talk. I know the things to say. My daughter doesn't care. She does. I could have the most peaceful, comforting, amazing words and compassion. She doesn't care because I'm her mom. You know? Bad joke, but maybe off the grid somewhere. Right. You guys, you know what the worst combination ever is? I just realized garlic and orange juice. Anyone? So horrible. Hold on. Let me drink from my giant cup. My daughter's going to be 12 this year. So yeah, I get it. It's not easy. And I'm kind of just honoring that she's going to have her emotions and need her space. But I keep reassuring her that I love her and that, you know, although sometimes she makes me very frustrated, that I always love her. I'm not mad at her. We have open communication if she ever wants it and things like that, but that's a rough age. A rough age. I feel like anywhere after 7 through probably forever. Wah. Anyway, so wild and wonderful, Liz. Love that for you. On to be. Yeah, I might watch it again just because I thought it was a very compelling story. Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Did you guys know, before we get onto the veil, hospitals used back in the day hydrotherapy or water cure throughout the 1800s and early 1900s? Did you guys know what this is? With the simplest version, hospital personnel held patients underwater until they lost consciousness, after which they were considered cured of their madness, provided that they could be revived. You guys, did you ever hear about that? Is that crazy? Actual facts. All right. B, darling. Without agenda. So pure love and everything you have dreamed of will happen when you're ready to give love without expecting anything in return. She is. So the true givers always receive. So we continue to give, right, in healthy balance. And this is a way that the universe makes sure that we're taken care of, right? You've heard about that, Wild? I know. I feel like I've heard about that at some point and then forgot. And then that makes me think of a dream that I have that is reoccurring. It's so weird, guys. I've been going to like the same maybe 5 different places in my dreams, and I'm like, there's bits and pieces where I'm like actually driving there and I'm on a road. It's the same road I always go down and everything, but I am telling you, there's a hostel, there's a hotel, there is like a lab, and what is the other one? Hostel, hotel, lab, in an intersection with a McDonald's on the corner. You guys, in rotation every night. What is it? The veil is thinning. So I'm like, well, what's happening? And Rebecca texted me. I haven't heard from her in a while, but she texted me about what we talked about before. Remember, guys, in grade school, for those of us who are old enough, where they came in. And I actually had this memory. We were talking about the testing they did. And they would put you in, like, they'd say it's a seeing and a hearing test. But it was like weird shit. And like, it would be in the far distance, like, you know, whatever. And it was complicated and stuff. And then they gave you a drink afterwards. Do you guys remember that? They couldn't talk to you. You weren't allowed to talk to anyone. And you weren't allowed, all you could do with those people there is raise your hand. And then they come over and then you tell them and then they do something and then they leave again. Like you weren't allowed to talk. Do you guys remember this? I actually remember this. But they're saying that it was like MK Ultra stuff. And I'm like, I bet you they've been following me since then. So like 2nd grade, which makes sense to me. Anyways. Maybe I meant to find these. I spend so much time Googling because there's like numbers and little things I remember. So I spend a lot of time searching, like with missing persons too, that come to me in my dreams. I spend a lot of time searching, but I don't always have all the information I need, you know? But they're so reoccurring that I can get little pieces every time. But then what? You know? Anyway, so fun little factoid, and that was for B, and I'm going to move on to Jackie. Life source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. Yes, that is true. That flame. Is it a tiny little flame? Put some gasoline on that by doing something you're passionate about and excited about and doing some healing. You know, if it is a big flame, then move forward and do dope shit. You know? I don't remember those. What? You don't, B? Anyone? Are you serious? They took you into a side room, okay, at school, and they had these little booths, and you would sit and you put your face in, and then they do different things. And they said it was hearing and vision tests. But you couldn't talk to, there was a couple of adults in the room, and they were not from the school, but they come in and they do this stuff. But you could not talk. You get in trouble if you talk. So like you raise your hand. I never forgot those. I wonder why. But out of all the memories I don't have, I have that one. But yeah, and then when it was over, like they gave you like a little drink, and then you went back to class. Vision and hearing tests in 2nd grade. They don't do that shit even now. You remember that? Faintly? Probably because they gave us that amnesia drink afterwards. Erased our memories. Bye, Sherry. Have a wonderful day, darling. I don't know, man. I look at life and I feel like it's weird. And the one time I went to the airport without my daughter because I was traveling with her forever, and I had to go, instead of the regular x-ray with her or whatever it is, the security thing, I got to go in the spinny one. And they pulled me aside, and I was like, oh no, it's my clip-ins, because I wore clip-in extensions at the time. But I was like, oh my God, it's my clip-ins. And they're like, no, we know what those look like. And they're like, it's what's in your arm. And I was like, my arm? And they were like, yeah. And then they showed me this thing that was in my arm, which I don't know how to get there. You know, it wasn't there before. I went before when my daughter was born, and it wasn't there. I don't know. There's been a lot of weird shit in my day. Weird people who showed up at my office, who worked for government agencies. I don't know, just a lot of weird stuff, guys. I could tell you stories for days about it, but I can't do it on here. I'd have to tell you in person, and I'd whisper. Because I'm like, they might have my office bugged. I don't know. I know it sounds really weird, but I really, there's like 80% chance of me thinks that I'm used for stuff. But anyways, I don't know. All right, so let's get on to, before I get on to Jackie's card, because I didn't do it yet. You don't remember the drink? You're not supposed to. Do you remember the whole thing? Do you remember anything weird about it? I only remember a little blip because I had to raise my hand. I don't remember why, but I was always nervous to raise my hand. Unless I knew something. Then I'd be like, yes, me. Anyway, all right. So let's get on to Bela stuff. Get discombobulated. And it's funny because like I sit here and it looks like I'm discombobulated, right? And even in my sessions, but I want people to understand, like when I talk, there's images going around. And then also when I stop, I'm focusing on the images and the feelings and the emotions I get, because a lot of the time I don't know what the hell they are. Like, I'm like, what are we talking about here? Sometimes it's something I remember. Sometimes it's something random. Sometimes it's something to do with somebody. I don't know, but that's why it looks like I'm, you know, it's because I have this connection that I guess I don't ever turn off because I can't. Maybe an implant from an alien. Connie! You think so? I did have that one experience in a dream that was really strange that I've shared on here. But why aliens? Why would they want me? Am I an alien? I must be one of the good ones then. We're all aliens. Which alien? So I remember this. Yep, that's the oldest memory you have. How weird. I feel like it might be the oldest memory I have. You're right. Wait. Do I have earlier memories? If that was 2nd grade, thank you for pointing that out. I'm going to think about it. We're what? I'm not good at retaining memories. I can't imagine having to organize all your images. Thank you, B. That's why I don't. That's why I don't. That's why I just, spit out whatever. Anyways, all right. So moving on, I worked on my veil things. So what are we experiencing and what is the veil? First of all, here, let me dive into this really quick. The human eye can see frequencies between 430 and 770 terahertz or whatever, tetrahertz, some shit like that. But while our ears detect sounds between 20 hertz and 20 kHz. These ranges represent only a small portion of the entire spectrum of sound and light, meaning that there's so much happening around us that we can't see or hear unless we're tuning in to the energies that are all around us. And that's more so since the veil has been thinning for years and years and years. I've been saying this like on my lives. You can go back years. I talked about the veil thinning. The veil's thinning. I'm so excited. The veil's thinning. Now it's at its thinnest that it has ever been on any All Hallows Eve or any shit like that. And it's going to stay this way. Here's the thing about the veil, right? That separates us and heaven, which is just right beside us, right? The thing is, not everybody is going to be in that. This is where we call the new earth. That place where we're now piercing the veil and connecting to spirit. We're allowing spirit to pierce the veil and connect with us. And it's easier and it's bigger and it's more obvious. And the more we work on it and the more we develop it, the better these things become. And I love that because it gives us hope then, right? It gives us that hope and peace in knowing that life doesn't end here and this is temporary. And what we're supposed to do with it is work on becoming the best version of ourselves, and we're gearing more away from Western medicine, and into the healing with frequencies and energy and herbs and things like that. But also in my hope, and I really believe this to be true, one day we're going to go back to teaching energy in school, and we're going to teach people about chakras and energy and self-healing at a young age, instead of putting into our minds that we have to work, sleep, play, same thing over and over again. It's like there is so much more meaning to what is happening here. So you're going to have your people who go about life just regularly disrupted, all that stuff wrapped up in the earth experience. And then you're going to have those of us who want to connect and are open to it and are working through becoming the best version of ourselves here. So it's easy for us. We're in tune with that energy that is so high vibrational of heaven because we're working hard on being our best version of selves, we can't see but feel. Yes. And that's the thing I wrote actually on my list is I wrote more feeling. So I've been talking about that a lot. Someone talks about energy. I agree. There is something more in life, but we can't feel. Everything is energy. Literally in science, everything is energy. Everything has a vibration. It is energy. And our souls are high vibrational souls that come into this low, heavy, tangible, dense experience of earth, with all the caca that we don't have in heaven. Grief, suffering, pain, illness, all kinds of that terrible stuff doesn't exist in heaven, that high vibrational place we come from. It happens here on earth. And again, we're separated by that very thin veil. So let's have a look at that. So that is the veil separating us from heaven, right? This is an illusion. This is the illusion, guys. Time is an illusion. We are eternal beings. So yes, then do it, Nicole. So in time, you've got a long life ahead of you, darling. One day, all right. So more wildlife, animal, bird connections. You're seeing all of them. I saw a deer yesterday, ran right out in front of me. And I was like, oh my God, thank God I was paying attention. But also I was like, oh my God. And I got to see its butt because it ran right into the woods. And I was like, it's so cute. My daughter thought I was insane, but I was like, that just made my whole day. Or like, for instance, right before I came on here, there was a blue jay. I was unable to get a picture and I was really sad about it, but I heard it and I ran. And I say this all the time, I think about this too a lot, is how like our souls can manipulate a lot of the time the winged beings and other animals to show you that we're around and give you signs. We are not tethered to our physical bodies. Same goes for birds, and other animals. Talking to myself. Well, what a shitty connection today. Okay. Here we go on to Jackie's card, and it is raise the bar, darling, Jackie. So when you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. I love that. Rise above old patterns. Do things new. Love that too. Love it so much. Okay. I hate this marker because it's almost out, and then I'll take this pen Nicole, what are you doing? Losing broadcast again. I know. I keep looking like, is there a mothership out there? Mothership? E.T. phone home. Did anybody like E.T. growing up, by the way? I did, but I also creeped me out a bit, I think. You know, I was just like, I don't know, like, would I want an alien like him? I think the part that really got me was when he drank the beer, though. It really messed me up a little bit. Anyways. All right, so that was Jackie. On to Tori. And then Linda, Christy, Connie, Nicole, Marissa, Jackie, and Kelly. And then I'll do collective cards. So more animal connections, more connection with nature, even if it's just the feeling of loving being in nature, you know? So that it scared me. The internet. When you commented, I'm confused. Anyone remember LimeWire? You had to, like, sketchy downloads of music. Can you believe that? Oh, you were scared of E.T. Okay. You were scared of E.T.? No shit. Yeah. It was gross. Could they make a cuter one, though? You know? It's like if you're going to have an alien hijacking, you know, staying in a little girl's closet and shit, at least make them more cute. But maybe that was to instill fear of aliens into us. Because I'll tell you, I didn't even think about aliens again until maybe my daughter was born. So 2013. So I'm a little bit into it now, but I would not go outside at night because I was like, oh, I don't want to lose time and then question what happened to me when I was abducted, you know? Anywho, all right, moving on to Linda. Thank you guys so much for joining. Authenticity attracts, darling. So being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. When you stay true and genuine to yourself, you naturally filter out those who do not align with your path. Amen. Love that for everybody, but that one was for Linda. Oh, here's what I wanted to tell you guys. Ew. So remember we were talking about essential oils the other day? And it was like blue spruce has the highest vibration of all of them, followed by like rose, which is, I love roses. I always say that they're the highest vibration of all flowers. So, anyways, I was like, looked at blue spruce and it's expensive, like 50, 60 bucks. And I was like, no. So then I was like, spruce, regular spruce. So I got some. Don't wear it unless you want to smell like an armpit. That's what it smells like. It smells like a legit armpit. But anyways, so I'll use it, I guess, sometime. I'm going to cover it up with some patchouli or something. Anyways, so I'm guessing not the same, but I gave it a shot. All right, so on to Christy and other things about the veil. So you may notice more in terms of your intuition and more of that feeling, right? So it's not just like, oh, I have a feeling. It's feeling. It's closing your eyes and feeling situations and feeling people when they speak instead of just listening. You know, it's heart connections, it's compassion, it's empathy, it's all kinds of different stuff, you know? Ew, yeah, that's right. I was like, I can't wear this in public. You're welcome, Linda. Took a long time to be my authentic self. Same, darling. Same. And look, I may be a little quirky and whatever, but I love the shit out of myself. And I can't always say that I did, you know? So good for you. Ew, yeah, that's right. Well, I wanted to give it a try. Also, I don't know what the vibration is on regular spruce, but I was like, oh, what's in it? I don't know. Anyways. All right, so let's move on now to Christy. Oh, now that I'm using a pen, I'm getting confused. The pause is the shift, darling Christy. Your past is now behind you. All you desire is right in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pull of your destiny. Ooh, that feels intense. All right, on to Connie in just a moment. So also, I don't know how much you guys are into elementals. There's different levels of creation, different beings of sorts on those different levels of creation that live side by side with ours, one of which is the elementals. So, as crazy as it sounds, the fairies and the gnomes and things like that, you may be noticing maybe some mischief with your little things and treasures. Those are the trolls, I guess. I've heard that. Like taking your things and moving them. I don't know. Do you guys believe in trolls? Yes or no? It was kind of scary, E.T. I cried my eyes out. Did you? At the end? E.T. Elliot. It was the one and only time we took my husband's father to the movies. Your kids were in grade school. You didn't want him to pass. Yeah. Yeah. Did I cry? I don't remember. Anytime I've had emotions in my life, I shut down completely. Anyways, I've worked through all the things, I think, mostly. My eyes are on fire. Okay, so your elementals. I'm curious if you guys believe in trolls and fairies and stuff, though. I mean, why not? You know, Bigfoot, all that. Yeah, maybe they're just piercing the veil. And they're like, oops, not supposed to be here. Wrong dimension, sorry. And where do those mall aliens live? You know? These super advanced aliens are coming from light years away. Light years away, guys. Phooey. Anyways. Okay, that was Christy. Antakani. You will get there, darling. Can't force flowers to grow or plants to sprout. Be patient and respect that everything happens in its own way in time. Yes, everything is working out in my favor, in the favor of those I love. Affirmation. The angels are taking care of us. Thank you, angels. Hey, angels, can you please support me in my feelings and help me to understand that I am safe and everything's going to be okay? Yes, absolutely. We would love to, except for they don't talk like that. Trolls and fairies, possible in another dimension. Possible? All the fairies right now are like, excuse me. All right, now on to Nicole. Sparks of light in the air. I talk about this one quite often, actually. Little sparks of light in the air, piercing the veil. As soon as I see that, I draw my attention to what I'm thinking, what's in my mind, how I feel, what's going on around me, those kinds of things. The exact time. Again, more synchronicities. Sensing more intense senses with your 5 tangible earth senses, you know, not tangible, but earth senses, right? So taste, smell, whatever the shit they are. So having a deeper connection to those. A good way to practice that is taking like a fruit, like I like pears. Some people like pineapple for it because they're little spikes and stuff, but close your eyes, get into like a place where you feel calm and peaceful, and mindfully eat the piece of tasty fruit and take your time and really feel, because there's also energy in these healthy foods too, but feel it and become one with both. You know what I mean? The flavor, the smell, the touch, all those. And it should be deepening these senses if you want to. Working on you. I'm still working on myself. Well, darling, we all are working on ourselves. Nobody here is perfect. Perfect's an illusion. You know, and that's okay. My thing is 1% better than the day before. That's all I'm striving for. And if that means I gotta fake it till I make it some days, then I do. You know, not all my days are easy, but I handle them with grace for myself and, you know, and the journey. And I guess patience. Yeah. You're doing great. I used to get wrapped up in the progress, especially like my expectations of my progress, especially when it came to like my gifts and my work and stuff. Like I wanted everything to happen really quickly for me. And there's a part of this experience that you need to, this lesson is not just here and now, it's always, you know, the whole time we're here. It's not just one lesson. This whole thing is a lesson, you know? So we're all continuing to grow and life changes around us and we got to grow some more, you know? But anyways, sending you lots of love. So here we go on to the next one, as I must get going here in a couple of minutes. So on to Nicole. Also experiencing more outside of those senses. So a good thing to do is get in touch with your senses. I like to touch crystals. I like to smell oils. I like to taste things. I like to pay attention to my hearing, any differences in frequency or any ringing or any stuffiness or anything like that, right? You could be hearing more vibration. So world around you, can you hear the electricity now? And you couldn't before? I could always hear electricity. If I stop in any quiet room, I can hear things, all kinds of things. Yeah, so nice. All right, thank you guys for being here. On to Nicole. I did for sure shuffle these a bunch of times and I'm sure of it. All right, So, wild and wonderful, darling. Wild and wonderful for Nicole. Why focus on limitations and realism? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation or method. Unexplainable, illogical magic happens every day. Remember to be wild and wonderful, darling. Be exactly who you are, your absolute most genuine self, and all the right people will come to you in time. Just put that part in myself. All right, and on to Marissa, darling. Okay, so experiencing more inside, outside your senses, more dreams with loved ones. Anyone? The veil, as the veil becomes thin, we connect more with our loved ones because it's easier, right? Especially when we're sleeping. Our mind is at rest without all the crazy shit from the day and the days before and 10 years ago and whatever else we're holding on to from the past, you know? Thanks, Liz. You want to just follow me around and take all my thoughts and put them into a book for me? Is that called, what is that called? I need one of those. Do some research. I need somebody to write a biography. Just kidding. I can't do it myself. I know I want to write a book. I'm going to put that time aside. I said I was going to. Christin, when are you going to start that? March 1st. Okay. March 1st, I'm going to write it down. Begin book and carving out time no matter what to do it. I can do anything I put my mind to, including going to the gym consistently. Who would have thunk? It's wild. I am the one person where I look back, because I know my whole journey. I look back and I this is why I want everyone to be their best self, because I never thought I would be at the place that I'm at. Self-supporting through the work that I love, you know, going to the gym, eating a banana in the morning. It's weird. Who am I? You know? All right, guys. So on to Marissa. Guys, what if I don't get confused this whole... I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but what if I don't get confused this whole time? Have you guys had any... Now, here's what I'll say, too. As the veil has been thinning and is thin, those of us who are open may be experiencing a lot of paranormal type shit. Like I said, mine has been way crazier than it has ever been before. Right? But is anybody experiencing more that's paranormal outside of the normal, right? So, for instance, the chapstick that fell off my nightstand and landed standing up on my carpet, that was weird for me. The time spirit whistled right next to me in my kitchen when I was home alone, also weird for me. You know, these kinds of things. You know, anybody experiencing those? Because that's going to continue to happen. And what I say is don't fear just because it's something that it's always freaky at first. You know, when we experience something that we're not used to, it's unknown and shit like that. But the idea is to get it known. You know, we want you to start connecting with your loved ones in heaven, and we want you to embrace spirit. And look, as long as you're looking to connect with spirit of the light, that's what you're going to connect with. If you have ill intention and you're looking to connect with negative spirit, that's what you connect with. I know a lot of people are scared and worried to dive into spirit, but if you're doing it with light and you're doing it with love, there is nothing you have to worry about, you know? I don't get that whole misconception with that. But I guess that's what we're taught a lot of the time. So, all right, guys. The next person was Marissa. Perseverance, darling. You have the power within yourself to conquer any challenges and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. Sending the angels to surround you, my love. Okay, and on to the next, which is Jackie, and then Kelly, and then collective cards. So, lights and candles flickering. Anyone sitting by yourself? And yes, there could be a vent nearby. There could be, you know, whatever. I have noticed a lot of changes in my candles recently. Just kind of, I'm sitting there, there's not really a draft, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it'll flicker, and then it'll wave from side to side and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you, who's with me? Oh, the gross face I just made. Anyways. Hearing whispers, yes, girl, doors opening, closing, me too. And I turn off my closet light. I have two closets. One is a door one and one is a pull one. Well, the door one, I make sure to always close. But I had it closed. I flicked the light switch off, which is right next to the door. Then I walk away and I'll come back and it's on. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I purposely pay attention now because I'm like, well, just in case it's me just doing it out of habit or whatever, I purposely pay attention. And if for sure, this place, I don't know, is it me? Yes, probably, but something in this place, and it feels like a man. And I also, I mean, my landlord said that somebody passed away, but he didn't say in here. He said when they were living here. So, and then I said, was it here? And he said he didn't know. I was like, how could he not know that? Yeah, I guess maybe you don't ask. Anyways, Oh, of course he does, Linda. I love that, Nicole. Is there dark spirits? Are there? Yeah, I mean there can be. But look, I'll say this. I have always gone into everything with the intention of love, light, angels, and protection. So back in the day, I should make this clear. Back in the day when I first started, without knowing much about that, I would call upon Archangel Michael every time before I went into a haunted building, before I did sessions. I still call him before I do sessions. Honestly, I do every day. But, and I would have that worry and fear that I was connecting to something negative. That lowers my vibration, But everything is to do with our intention. So if, let's say, I'm going to connect with my grandma in heaven, if I am looking to connect and I hold that intention and I hold that truth that I'm connecting with my grandma in heaven, there's not going to be a dark entity that's going to come in and try to fool you, unless I mean, here's the times where that could happen. That's a whole different subject, is like if you're on some heavy drugs or, binge drinking alcoholic and, things like that, that could happen. I don't believe, and look, I'm curious what you guys think. I don't believe that a spirit just will come and take over a person and make them bad for no reason. Usually there's got to be like some sort of trauma or something that happens somewhere, something dark. I believe there's a lower vibrational place that evil comes from to inhibit bodies. I don't believe, what was the question again? Anyways, very paranormal feeling. Yeah, that's why I love this name that I've had on here, because I'm outside the normal and I love it. The 6 a.m. shift, there were a few spirits in the store. One was a construction worker and another is a little girl. When I worked a 6 a.m. shift, the only contractor side. Oh, interesting. And I would hear my name. Yeah, that too. I forgot what I was saying though. Did I finish my thought? Anyone? Oh, the negative spirits. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been in haunted places, like for the documentary stuff. I was in, that place. I saw a full-bodied apparition during the daytime. It was insane. But I will say, like, for as negative and parts of that felt, and any other places I've been that have negative, I've never gone into it going, I'm open to evil. I go in knowing I'm a being of light. And although evil perhaps may cross my path, I never go in there with the intention to connect with it, so it doesn't affect me, That's why I'm like, oh, demons. Until the whole Hollywood thing, I didn't even sure I believed in demons, but now I understand what they are. Dark spirit is usually angry or confused. I feel like a lot of the times the way we perceive spirit energy is wrong because it's unknown and it seems scary. I feel a lot of the time, the dark and evil stuff comes from definitely a different level of creation. It's not the same as us. They don't go to heaven. It's somewhere different. Like, here's a perfect, for instance, Richard Ramirez. He's definitely not a heaven-bound spirit, never was. A lower vibrational invitation and an invitation doesn't mean you said come here. It can make many things. It can mean many things. What do you mean? Anyways, hi, Sindel. A lower vibrational invitation doesn't mean you said come here. Yeah, it's hard for me to compute words today. But yeah, that's it, Yeah, no, I do believe evil exists. But I also believe that you have to welcome it in, just like vampires. You ever see Buffy the Vampire Slayer? You have to invite them in. Substance make a difference for sure, but you also feel when the energy changes. Yep, I was doing dowsing rods with 2 girls, and we were talking to my friend Sean, who had passed in about 15 minutes. Doing that, I can felt like him leave and see, but that's it. The energy shift, him leave, and the energy shifted. It became super uneasy, and I felt maybe some of the entity of the girl's bloodline. I didn't get scared. I just asked whatever it was. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I think a lot of the times, like Dorothy said, it could be a spirit that's, maybe angry or something, but they're different. Evil is different than like maybe a spirit who's got some shit to work out. Really, Linda? Yes, that makes sense to me. My experience is good, scary. It's my family. Yeah. I don't really get even like, I don't know. I've experienced a lot in this work and investigating and stuff like that. And there's stuff that seems scary. It does. But a lot of the time doesn't end up being so scary. You know who does a lot of that? Like kindred spirits will understand, like, I like that show because they understand that although something seems like it could be this, it's not always. Sometimes spirit just needs help and is getting frustrated and like stuff like that, But anything that is welcoming to the low vibration trauma substances, yes, that's a very good point. Unless you've worked through it. That's why I say, like, not everybody should be just going into, like, really haunted places. But I could, because I'm surrounded by light and angels, you know? No. Anyways. Moving on to Jackie and then Kelly. I already crossed out all the names, but I remember where I were. Jackie, it's coming. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. And then they shall come. Yeah? I do have a spirit box, and I love it. It's my favorite. Bye, Cindy. Have an amazing day. Thank you for joining. All right, on to Kelly and then collective cards. Collective cards, remember the energy, guys. Visualize what you truly want and set your intention. Rapid manifestation energy of February combined with this now through March 20th. This perfect alignment for us to line up our future by thinking about exactly what it is that we want, sending it to the universe, knowing it's going to happen, living at a high vibration. All right. Kelly, inner strength, darling. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change. Your attitude, your mindset, your soul set, and your energy. I threw that one in. You've got everything you need right here, darling. All right, now moving on to our collective cards, and let me see, was there anything, scents, anyone? I have been smelling lots of weird scents, like tobacco, perfume that I don't recognize, shit like that. And then things turning off and back on. Guys, anyone? The veil is thin. That veil that separates us from heaven is thin. It's not going back. Who wants to be a part of connecting to that, and who doesn't? Who wants to see? And the veil being thin too also exposes a lot of truths and illusions that we experience here, right? So this whole veil thinning that has been happening for a long time is bringing upon this new earth where we, again, go more towards holistic healing and energy healing and chakras in school and frequencies and, you know, all this different stuff. If I didn't say that, I might be repeating myself, but also to where we are connecting with spirit. How do we do that up here? I talk about that all the time. We don't need physical words, which is probably why I can't stand my voice and I can't talk, but I think I can communicate better in my mind. Yeah. Yes, I smell things not here. Now that makes sense, guys. You will be experiencing, continue to remain open because you will continue to experience very much more paranormal stuff. Never be fearful. Know it's your loved one. Go right to the first person you think of. Go right to the first person you think of. Could also be your angels and your spirit guides. What better time to get to work with them? Spirit guide, can you please tell me your name? Come to me. Can you come to me in a dream, please? I would love to meet you. I'm sorry we haven't connected. Whatever it is you want to say. Whatever it is you want to say, right? But establish that connection and keep working at it because this is, again, guys, for those of us who want it, this is part of a new earth that is very different than the one we have been in. And we have been waiting, you know, for this for a long time. All right, let's look at our collective cards. Oh, I love these for us. I love all of them for us. All right, our collective cards are remember who you are. You carry stardust in your bones, guys. It's a metaphor. Your ancestors' wisdom in your blood and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down, right? Also, you are complete. You're not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough now and always. I am enough. That's an affirmation I used to say to myself all the time. I am enough. Sometimes I have to say it still. And miracles in the dark. I will go back and read comments because I'm sure I missed a bunch. But miracles in the dark also in the darkest moments in our hardest times, sometimes in the void, right? It's easy to feel lost and alone when you stay focused on the light, the positive, the good, gratitude, right? You receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. And it's true. It will all happen in divine timing. Sometimes, and I noticed this in my work, we're doing all the right things, but sometimes that one thing, just we can't get it right, whether it be love, relationship, work, whatever the case may be. And sometimes there's something from another area of our life that we need to let go of for that to come to us. I want you guys to remember, not everything lines up exactly. It's an interesting web of shit we go through here on Earth. But anyways. Dorothy, are you sure he wasn't wearing spruce essential oil? Because that's what it smells like. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Linda. Thank you guys so much for being here. You help raise my vibration, and I get excited to see you guys and talk to you. So thank you again. I very much appreciate you. Let's go ahead and do our chakra affirmations. Big, deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, releasing any tension, fear, anxiety, worry, anything that does not serve you. Why hold on to it just to make you sick and crazy? And we have Earth to make us sick and crazy. We say hell no, right? And from our root to our crown, I am centered, I'm grounded, I'm safe, and I trust. I reawaken my passions. I'm creative. I share my gift with others. I stand in my power. I know my worth. I am valuable. I love and I let love in. I am love. I live in peace and gratitude. I speak the truth. I speak kindly to myself and others. I freely express myself. I honor my intuition. I honor the wisdom I receive. I see clearly. I embrace the unity of all things. I am one with all things. I am one with the universe, God, and all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, thoughts are things. You are deserving, and I will see you next time.